Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got two very interesting replays for you guys. One of which is of course a replay where I actually OTK my opponent through Droll and Lockbird. So let's show that one first. So I do open Max C, which is like really good here. I think my opponent is playing Tri Brigade. So I'm about to go into the standard Tri Brigade plays: add Fragfall, send Kit, send Nerval. All that's good stuff. Unfortunately for them, I did open the Maxi. Now my opponent does have Droll and Lockbird in hand, so if they want to, they can actually Droll and Lockbird my Maxi and continue their play on their turn. But they opt for holding the Droll and Lock for my turn, so they have basically just one set that I need to play around, and then so it's not too much, but the Droll and Lockbird does make it pretty hard. They deny my ability to get access to the ritual spell with Diviner, so they probably. I don't know they have a Droll and Lockbird, obviously, so I'm going to start out with Alpha. If I had known they had Droll and Lock, it'd be probably best to start out with Zeta, that way I can get access to my ritual spell. But you're going to see here that I find a creative way to get access to my ritual spell, regardless of being Droll and Lockbird here. So I'm going to make some room, go into Masquerena first. And then in order to get access to my ritual spell, Mubeta Fafnir can actually send any Drytron card from your deck to the graveyard. So this is like a pretty niche interaction. Doesn't come up too much, but it does allow me to send my ritual spell, recur it, and then I'm obviously going to ritual summon Natasha. This is going to allow me to pretty much kill him this turn. And I can just use my Zeta to actually body my board. I'm going to go into Boral Sword. As you guys know, Boral Sword is absolutely insane when you're trying to OTK your opponent, and then I can simply use Natasha effect. And yeah, you're going to see that this is game. Not often do you see Drytron being able to OTK through Droll and Lock, so that was a pretty cool replay. Kind of shows you a different way to think about using Mubeta Fafnir. This is another one. This replay I actually go first. I know I wasn't going to show any replays going first, but this one my opponent actually opens up with a couple hand traps, so I'm not able to make my standard turn 1 board. I did actually draw a pretty good hand for playing around hand traps, but unfortunately my opponent, you're going to see in a second here, drew the Impermanence. He drew Imperm plus Ash. I can actually play around Ash and like any other like monster hand trap. Like I could have played around Nibiru with this hand, because you're going to see that I actually when I go Orange Light for Eva, I actually opt to banish both my my Orange Light and my Benton, so I can add a second Orange Light plus X negate to my hand. So this allows me to play around any monster hand type, like Nibiru, Valor, Maxi. Obviously he doesn't have Maxi, any of those cards. Literally the only thing I can't put on is Imperm. Unfortunately he has the Imperm. So we're going to normal this, and this is going to get Impermed, which is basically going to end our turn, unfortunately. We could, for example, tribute Fafnir for, Zeta, but that wouldn't obviously accomplish anything. We don't have access to our Benton anymore, for example. So instead we go for the Union Carrier, and what this does is it basically guarantees that we have follow-up for next turn. Because my plan is I have Forbidden Droplet, and I also have a Monster Negate in addition to this Negate as well. And if with these cards gone, I don't have any guaranteed follow-up for next turn, so what this does is allow me to search out a second Diviner, so I can get access to Benton and have follow-up for next turn. So that's why I went into that card. I wouldn't have wanted to tribute it for Zeta that turn. I would have only had one target to banish there. Or sorry, I would have had two, but the Union Carrier body is better than Zeta in that situation. So I don't think actually. Yeah, I wouldn't have even been able to disregard that actually. Zeta doesn't work like the ritual spell. It's actually only Drytron or ritual monsters, whereas the ritual spell is machine monsters. So disregard that. But yeah, we make Union Carrier. He actually pops my Union Carrier for some reason. I don't know why, but he does have maybe he just wanted to get it off the board so he can call by this turn. So he does call by. I think the better play would have been to let me search out with Eva, and then when I attempt to Orange Light, he could call by my Orange Light. But you're gonna see how I play with my negates here. He's gonna grab himself a Miscellaneous Saurus. He knows I have an Orange Light in hand, so his plan is essentially to chain Miscellaneous Saurus when I Orange Light his Dino. But you're going to see that I actually play around that quite well. I can activate Forbidden Droplet, tributing my Link Rebo on board, and he actually can't chain Miscellaneous Saurus to that because of the way Forbidden Droplet works. I tributed a monster, so this effect is not chainable by any monster effects. So we play around that, and fortunately here it's going to come down to a top deck war because he's going to discard, make his dinos basically the dinos he controls, and then he can banish and discard and special summon a dino from his deck, which is level 1. So I actually can negate this despite him discarding because technically Miscellaneous Saurus is not a dinosaur that he controls. So this is an effect that I can negate here. So he's going to attack me for 450 this turn because he activated Pot of Prosperity. And it's going to come down to a lucky draw for me. Basically any Drytron monster, any Ritual monster, Diviner, even Eva, because I can normal summon Eva and link it off, although I do think both my Evas are gone from the deck. They are. So I do have pretty good odds here in my 28 card deck. And as you're going to see, I do draw the Drytron. Obviously this is basically any Drytron card in my deck, and that's going to be enough for me to kill him this turn. It's going to be more than enough. Yeah, this is... You know, you could say maybe a little bit unfortunate for my opponent, but it was more likely, more than 50% chance that I draw something that's live for me there. So we're just going to combo off now. This is like insanely easy. We even draw the Drytron Nova, which we don't even need to activate that card this turn. Like, it's completely unnecessary to, and you're gonna notice I don't go into like Mubeta Fafnir or anything. I only play one copy of this card, so, but like I said, like if you're going second, the second copy almost never comes up because if you have all your Drytron names engraved like this, you don't need the second copy anyways. Like, you're always gonna have enough bodies to go into whatever you want. So I make the Boral Sword because this is just the cleanest, fastest way to kill him. And this is like gross overkill. I even have like a Drytron Nova in hand still. This is 6, 8, 9, 10.8k, and then like another 2k from Drytron Nova if I'd use that, so like 12.8k. And then I could have even like, well, I guess that would have just, never mind. It's probably like 12.8k here. But yeah, this is game. So that, I mean, the reason I featured this is because I wanted to show a game where the plan doesn't work, where you where your opponent does have hand traps that either A, you can't play around, or B, your hand like just wasn't good enough to play through. In this case, I could play around most hand traps, but due to the infinite imperm, I was not able to negate that with Herald of Orange Light, as Herald of Orange Light only negates monster effects. So there's that, and then I also want to showcase kind of like when you have multiple negates, it's figuring out which one's used in which case. Like, for example, if I had Orange Lighted his Dino, he could have just chained to Miscellaneous Source, and I would have lost the game. So it's very key there that I go for Forbidden Droplet there first. Yeah, this will be a quicker video, but I thought I'd showcase those replays and just kind of see what you guys think about like the shorter video formats. Yeah, and feel free to like leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you think that I could have played it better, or that my opponents could have played it better. And if you like the content, subscribe. I'll be posting daily. See you guys.